YouTube, Facebook, Facebook Live. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Facebook, YouTube. What's poppin'? So, I'm coming to tell y'all one of the many recent violent attacks in Philadelphia. Y'all know I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. I don't live but less than 10 miles from Philadelphia right now. Um, Recently, 5 days ago, maybe, a 73-year-old man was attacked by a group of children. That's what the news reported. They did not report a group of youngsters. They did not report a group of teenagers, a group of teens, a group of preteens. They didn't say thugs. They said a 73-year-old man was attacked by a group of children. More disturbingly than that, the children got away. They beat him with a traffic cone, the rubber traffic cone. If you've ever picked one up, they're quite heavy. I mean, they aren't too heavy to carry, to pick up, to hold, but you wouldn't want to carry it a block, like you're going to be like, oh, I'm putting this down. Like, why am I carrying this? Of course you would if you had to, but you don't have to, so you wouldn't. 73-year-old man was brutally attacked by a group of children. They said the children looked like they were as young as 8 to 14. And they all got away, unfortunately. And days later, yesterday evening, the mother turned her two sons in for that attack on that 73-year-old man. Because that 73-year-old man died in the hospital the very next day of blunt force trauma to the head. That 73-year-old man who was attacked by that group of children was brutally attacked by a rubber cone, the rubber traffic cones. And he was hit. He was banged in his head. Like, I can't even say the hardest hit. I can't think of how to verbally verbalize that hardest hit. So many times in his head, he hit the ground. He hit his head when he hit the ground. As he hit the ground, he hit his head. So he passed away the next day of blunt force trauma to the head. That group of children killed that 73-year-old man in North Philadelphia, where I'm born and raised, 23rd and Cecil B. Moore. 23rd in Columbia. More disturbingly than everything I just said, it happened at 2:30 in the morning. 73-year-old man wakes up. One of his daily routines, he wake up, he take a walk to the neighboring 7-Eleven and get a cup of coffee and a paper and walk back home. 2:30 in the morning. There's no traffic out. It's North Philadelphia. Quick, short, very short gentrification story, history of North Philadelphia. I was born 1980, North Philadelphia, born and raised 16th and Master, BG4L, 1400, then turned 1401, North 16th Street. Shout out to the family. 1980, 40 plus years ago. Well, my parents, when they first moved to Philadelphia was Caucasian. North Philadelphia was all Caucasian. As the years passed, more and more colored people started to come into North Philadelphia. You see less and less Caucasian. So now it's brown people, colored people, mainly. And over the years, Temple University, which is in North Philadelphia at Broad and Cecil B. Moore, 22 blocks away from where that 73-year-old man was killed by or beat attacked by a group of children. Yeah, at 23rd and 6th more. If you walk straight down that block, 22 streets down, just walk straight down 22 blocks, you're going to run into Temple University. Yeah, yeah, North Philadelphia, born and raised, 5 blocks from Temple University. Anyway, that area is mixed. It's diverse. It's diverse. There's some of everybody in that area because it's Temple in that area now. They're rebuilding it. It looks beautiful. Yet the brown people are still there. Section 8 is still there. Where there's public housing, where there's subsidized housing. My apologies. Where there's subsidized housing, there is poverty. Where there's poverty, there's crime. Yeah. So, but the neighborhood is for the most part becoming. It's an up and coming neighborhood again. So, 73-year-old man was attacked, died the next day in Temple Hospital. Days later, into the police district walks a 10-year-old and his 14-year-old brother and their defense attorney. I am a grandmother. I have 3 grandsons. I have 2 4-year-old twin grandsons, and I have a 3-year-old grandson. Into the police district yesterday evening, walks a 10-year-old and his 14-year-old brother. The 14-year-old brother took the first hits of that cone. He picked that cone up first and he attacked that man first with that cone. He was the first to start the attack. The 10-year-old was released into his parents' custody. Thank you, God. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The 14-year-old was charged as an adult with murder, as he very well should have been. If it was my grandson and I was telling their story, it would be as he very well should have been. Thank God that 10-year-old does not have any charges, no matter what that 10-year-old did. Thank God that 10-year-old has no charges. Thank God that 10-year-old has no charges. Thank God. I'm going to tell you who should have charges, though, instead of that 10-year-old. His parents should have charges. His parents should have charges. Because ain't no way in hell my mother dead and gone. My mother's dead and gone. I still fear that woman. You hear what I just said? I'm an 80s baby. Born in 80. Went to work, went to community college, and got another degree. Went to Temple and furthered that degree. We stay home. I'm the baby. Have a brother 2 years older than me. Have a brother 10 years older than me. By the time I was 8, the 10-year older was out in the army. He was off starting his career. So we were 8 and 10 at home by ourselves. But that 10-year older than me, when I was 4, when I was 6, he was 14, he was 16. That 14, that 16-year-old had basketball. He's 6'7" today. He had basketball, he had football, he had track. His father, he spent with on the weekends. My mother was in college on the weekends, so it was me and my brother home by ourselves, the 4 year old and the 6 year old. Yeah, we knew not to eat nothing but cereal and peanut butter and jelly while she was gone. Or sometimes it was peanut butter and honey, that free honey we got from that government, from the Reagan box of free food we went and picked up in our shopping cart. It was this big plastic container of honey. Yeah, we ate honey and peanut butter sandwiches a lot as kids because it was free. Teachers don't make no money. They don't now. They didn't back then. Hashtag educate at home. Hashtag better education. Hashtag the truth. Hashtag I ain't lying to you. Hashtag stay focused. Hashtag I'm always all over the place. WTF. Um, there's a recording of the brutal attack on the 73-year-old. It's on recording. I can't watch this stuff. I can't watch this stuff. There is a young lady, they say she looked like she's about 11 or 12. She's hitting the deceased, the now deceased, with that cone several times, both on and off camera. They're looking and waiting for her and her parents or attorney to bring her into the station. If at 2:30 in the morning, ain't no reason why as a parent you shouldn't know. You should always know where your child is. I know where my child is. She's a 25-year-old woman at home in her bed with her husband and at least one of her 3 sons. Cause they don't get no break. Them boys love their parents. They can't get a break. I don't see how they keep making them. Cause they can't get a break. They're always up their tail. Shout out to my kids for being great children. Love my son-in-law. Love my baby. Great parents. Love them. Great husband. Great wife. Love them. And again, she's 25. If as a working parent, working third shift, if as a working parent working overnight, you should still know where your child is. So my mother, y'all know that look. Y'all of a certain age know that look I'm talking about. That look you give your child and they know you not to be played with. You got that look. They know that one look is, I better stop. She seen me. The other look is, I'm in trouble now. I'm about to get it. The other look is, I'ma tear your ass up when you get home. When my mom face was like you went in that store and you knocked over that thing and you embarrassed me, and she be looking like, you can just feel, like you don't literally feel it, but you can just sense, like, you know, it's like boogies and snot just jumping on her face. You across the room, but you can see her. She's sitting there like, you know, she gonna get that double Dutch rope and she gonna wrap it around her hand after she done put it like 8 times. You know what I mean? She gonna wrap it around her hand and she gonna tear your butt up when y'all get home. Yeah, you got that look in your face. So there's the warning look. Your child know you about to get it. Your child know they about to get hit. The child standing there against the wall. I'm standing there against the wall. My mom in front of me. She done yelled for 2 minutes. She done screamed, the sweat, the eyes. I know I'm about to get hit. I don't know when. I don't know what hand. And I don't know how hard. But I know I'm about to get hit. I know I'm about to get hit. I know my mom. I'm scared. I'm ready to cry now, but I can't. It's gonna piss her off more. She going like, I don't know which hand it might come from, both hands. It's gonna come. That fear was always there. I'm talking about that fear where you got that mom, you got that parent. I don't care if it's your mother, your grandmother, your father, your grandfather, your uncle, your auntie, your brother, your sister. I don't care who that guardian is. You got that fear. Let me tell you this fear. Because it don't just stop with the parent or the guardian. You fear everybody they know. Because you know those closest to that guardian, like my mom, those closest to her, she told them, whoop their ass. Whoop their ass. You see them doing something wrong right in front of us. Whoop her ass. Whoop their ass. And Miss Libby standing there, oh, you know I will. My mom couldn't braid hair for nothing. Never learned, never tried. My mom did barrettes and ballies in my hair until ninth grade. All of ninth grade, my whole freshman year of high school, I wore ballies and barrettes. Long, thick, beautiful, curly hair. Ballies and barrettes. I escaped the suicidal thoughts, thankfully. It was bad. Um, Miss Libby, our next door neighbor, braided my hair for my mom. I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. She braided my hair for me. Same thing your mother did to your hair, same thing Miss Libby did to my head. That smacking your head with the comb. How you letting this woman smack me in my head? That's called aggravated assault. If you hit me with your hand, that's called assault. If you hit me with your phone, a pencil, a piece of paper, that's aggravated assault. If you hit me with a chair, a couch, you hit me with a gun, it's aggravated assault. You hit me with a house, you hit me with a light bulb, you hit me with an eraser, you hit me with a baby's pacifier, you aggravated assaulted me. You're going to jail for a year and a half. Aggravated assault. To hit someone with an object is aggravated assault. You let your next door neighbor aggravated assault me? She aggravated and she assaulted me, and you sat there and you allowed this aggravated and this assaultedness to continue every time. We were abused. We were abused. According to the law, we were abused. Because you can, by law, we can hit our kids. We can put our hand, we can lay hands on our child. We can hit them with a belt. Mm-hmm. 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 A shoe. Mm-hmm. A ruler. Mm-hmm. Yup. But be careful, because by law, it's abuse when you leave a mark. That physical chastisement of parent to child becomes abuse when you leave a mark on that child, a physical mark on that child. That's when it becomes abuse. So be careful. IJS. Whoop they AS. Real talk. I mean, whoop they AS. Of course, it doesn't work for everyone. I know. It doesn't have to be a whooping either. I apologize for telling you to whoop your child. Let me get this out first. Let me get this out so I can sincerely apologize. Who the hell am I? Who the hell am I, Shy? You were wrong. You were wrong, Shy. You don't tell nobody to whoop their child's behind. Whoop your tail later. I know you might like it though. Let me stop talking to myself on camera. I apologize seriously for telling you to whoop your child's behind. Because it doesn't have to be physical. These kids are so strong mentally and physically. Thanks to us. Thanks. Shout out to them. Shout out to Earl Young. Shout out to our young. Shout out to the generations we started. Shout out to the generation we started. Shout out to us for starting a generation. What? I started a generation, man. And the generation I started the generation. Stop playing with me. It's nothing like being a parent, man. The things we have to be proud of. I watch my child. I watch her be a mother. I watch her tell her sons no. I watch her hug her sons. I watch her hug her sons when they fall and they cry. Not her telling her sons, stop crying. Get up. What you crying for? Men want to be loved just like us females do. And thankfully they have their father in their life, and their mother knows what her husband, what her now husband, as a man, she knows what his concerns and issues are as a man. And she helped raise their children, their sons, so they won't have those concerns and those issues her husband had growing up as a male, having to hide his emotions when it really hurt and he couldn't cry. Being told at the age of 6 you're the man of the house now, when he didn't even know what that meant. Being told you're the man of the house, go check that door, you the man of the house. And he said, I didn't even know what I was checking the door for. Shy, you getting off track, stay focused. Every big city has violence right now, man. Every big city got violence right now. It's not a city issue. They on the news every day talking about officials, the police commissioner, the mayor. What are they gonna do? All this violence, yeah. 12 people getting killed a day in Philadelphia. 12 people a day. A lot of days. 7 days, some days. 9, some days. Murders, all ages. Mostly gun violence of all ages. Victims of all ages. Shooters of all ages. Everybody's talking about what are the officials going to do? Hold them parents responsible. Because let me tell you something. You hold them parents responsible financially, make the parent have to do jail time. You see, because in Philadelphia, a lot of states and cities, depending on the crime, some like your first speeding offense or your first drunk driving or something, you go to jail for the weekend. Go to county jail for the weekend. You turn yourself in every weekend. Every Friday by, let's say, 4 o'clock in the evening, you have to turn yourself in. You get released Monday morning at 6 in the morning. Yeah. You bring yourself back Friday. You do that for about 3 months. Yeah. The parents, make them have to turn themselves in and do that or pay a fine. And if they don't pay the fine, they're doing that 30 days. Make them. No, you can't get commissary while you're here. You have to eat this 3 meals. If you don't want it, oh well, you were served. You can't buy hair care. Well, let them try to spend their money and try to become pretty. It's not going to work. You're in jail. It's never going to be what you had on the street. But them parents, they're not going to want to pay that money. They're not going to want to go to jail. They're going to tighten up on them kids. they're gonna put their foot in them kids' back. They're gonna put their foot through that kid's rectum. Yeah. They're gonna make sure you taste this heel of my foot. Tell me what this dead skin tastes like, child. Choke on it. Cough up my toenails. Cause my foot going in your mouth will bust your ass. Yeah. I'm not going to jail. You ain't either. I'll break your face before you go to jail. I'll go to jail for breaking your face before you go to jail. Or for I go to jail for killing you. I'm gonna go to jail for breaking your face before I go to jail for killing you. That's the kind of stuff we tell our kids. That's the kind of stuff we tell our kids. That's the kind of stuff we tell our kids. And then we get crazy. We get crazy. We do shit like this. Like, fuck you. All up in their face. We make them think we crazy. We make them think we about to break their face. Yeah, we put that fear in them. And you might have to one time grab them up like. And yeah, don't forget when you grab them up, throw them down on the floor. They ain't gonna hurt themselves. Do it once, put that fear in them. After that, you ain't gotta get physical with them. You ain't gotta get physical with them. My daughter, when I went to Texas to take care of my mom, or to help take care of our mother, my daughter stayed here with her father, her stepmother, and her younger siblings, younger sisters. And her stepmom told me while I was in Texas, she said, Shy, Mom was, whatever she was acting out in school, behavior was. I said, yeah, she's trying you. It's the type of mom I am. This my daughter's father's wife. I said, she's trying you, because I'm not there. She's trying you. She's seeing how far she can push you. She was like, oh, she gonna learn today. Guess what she did? She took my daughter to the thrift store. On my mom. She took my daughter to the thrift store. Shoes. Took her to on the shopping spree to the thrift store. Yeah, her stepmother took her on a shopping spree to the thrift store. Yeah. Those were her school clothes. She bagged up all the clothes my daughter were used to wearing. All that polo and all that name brand stuff. Yeah. All the shoes, all that stuff, bagged it up, boxed it up. My daughter had to wear them thrift store clothes to school, hand-me-down clothes and shoes. My daughter hated them shoes, and her father said, you're going to wear this. These are your school clothes. You don't care how your mom sent you to school. You want to go to school looking good and acting nasty, then you just got to go to school to get educated. We don't care how you look in school, really. So if you want your clothes back, prove it. And because you start acting better don't mean you're going to get your clothes back. We need to see that behavior stay. When we feel as though, okay, she's been doing this X amount of months, you can have your clothes back. And my daughter said, Dad, months? And he said, you have how many more years of school left, my baby? Because I did say months, didn't I? Oh, okay. I made myself clear, says the Reverend. Yeah, I had sex with the Reverend. Reverend Lyons. Anyway. Now he's married. He's not just fornicating. He's married now. He wanted to marry me, but no. Shy, you can never stay focused. And that's what y'all like about me. That's what y'all enjoy about me. She got her act together. She was allowed to go out on the weekends. She didn't want to go to any activities. She didn't want to do anything in the church with her friends because the way she was dressed. She was in there with old polka dot, like old lady. Cause my daughter built like we're both tall, same height. Like she's in there with old lady polka dot dresses on. She's like, Mom, I hate it. I'm like, well, we hate you acting up in school. You tried me. You tried me because I'm so far away. You thought I couldn't break your face from Texas. Well, guess what? I snuck up on you and break man. Guess what, sweetheart? I snuck up on you. I broke your face and I never left Texas. I never went to Philadelphia, but I snuck up on you and I broke your face. I got backup. It's called your stepmom. So going back to as a child, I wasn't just scared of my mom. I was scared of everybody my mother knew. 10th grade, cooking in school. Me and L, shout out to L, my god brother Leslie. We hooking in school. We going to the gallery all the time. 10th and Market was called the gallery. We blowing tree. Back when you could buy a nick and get 2.5 blunts from a nick. Shout out to Style Street. Damn, those were the days. Back when Philly had arcades. Anyway, there's one day I'm hooking in school. L wasn't there. L ain't come to school that day. I'm in the gallery. Me and the rest of the squad, we hooking in school. Here come L. We in this store called Dr. Denim. We ain't shopping. We ain't got no bread. We ain't got no money. We just hooking in school in the mall. We window shopping, basically. Here come L, my god brother Leslie. He says, Shy, you better hide my mom in here. I'm like, he said, I had a doctor's appointment. Here come Miss Brenda. Here come Miss Brenda. Here come Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda done walked up on me. Shy, what you doing in here? Till this day, I love you, Miss Brenda. Till this day, Miss Brenda tell me, I told her I was on a field trip. Man, Miss Brenda, I come up with better lies than that. I'm telling you, you old now. You older, Miss Brenda. You don't remember what I told you. Leslie, your mom gotta be older, cuz. Well, we know she older, bro. But Leslie, I'm a good liar. Like, I was a better liar as a kid. I don't think I told Miss Brenda no damn I was at one of those field trip. I remember standing there being speechless. But I probably did say it though, Les. I probably did say it, yo. Because I was desperate. I was desperate. I was desperate because Miss Brenda is like my mom. What's worse than having a mom like yours? Her friend being just like her? Oh, and having the permission to break your face for your mother? Yeah, that's worse. Miss Brenda had permission since I was a baby to break my face. Not a baby, I'm exaggerating. Since I was about 5 or 6, elementary school, like kindergarten. Yeah, she had my mother's permission to whip my tail since kindergarten. Oh, they worked at the school together. They worked together. They did stuff after school together. They hung out together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This woman, Miss Brenda, walks up on me in the mall. It's school hours. She's taking her son, Leslie. I blame Leslie. It's your fucking fault because you were so spoiled. If you were so spoiled, your mom wouldn't have walked up on me looking in school that day. Long story short, I ain't mad at you. It was 30 years ago. I'm over this shit now. 28 years ago. 42, 28 years ago. So, Miss Brenda walked me back home. Oh, I had to finish shopping with her and Leslie. I did not get a drink of anything. It was cold, so it was February. Didn't get nothing, no hot chocolate, no cup of tea. We walked home from 10th and Market. to 16th and Master. She ain't say nothing to me but, come on, get up here. Hurry up. Walk faster. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to be too close to you. You might think about while you walking these extra blocks and haul off and turn around and knock my head back downtown. Seeing how she was with Leslie, no, no, no. She was with him the way my mother was with us. No. Get back to that third floor apartment. She said, Shasha, tell your mom what you did. My mom like, what you do? She said, you want punishment to the last day of school. Punishment, again, this was February. This was the beginning of February. I lied to you not. This was February. I was on punishment to the last day of school. I did not get off punishment until the last day of school. Punishment in our house all my life was no phone, no TV, no outside, no company. You read, you write, you do reports, you do book reports. You study the encyclopedia while you stuck in your room all day because there's TVs on all around you. You're in your room. No TV, no phone, no outside, no company. You're in books. You're in books. Those are punishment to the last day of school. From February. And school ended back then, the end of June, like June 24th. Yeah. Nowadays, you don't have to be physical. Kids love their TVs, their phone, their tablet, and all that. You take their phone from them. 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 You take their games from them. Stop buying Apple. They mess up. Thank you, baby, for messing up. Come give mommy a hug and mommy a kiss. I love you. Thank you for messing up. And they're looking like, is this chick crazy? I just got caught smoking weed in the back of in the basement in school behind the lockers, and mom thanking me and hugging me for messing up in school. And she's happy. She's on her phone and singing and chilling. What's going on? Like, I'm confused. Okay, she told me to bring her my phone. Okay. And my charger. And my tablet. And bring her the game out my room. The TV too? Okay. I can't do nothing with it. It don't got no internet or nothing. Wow, okay. But I was still scared. Because all I just got in trouble for, and she hugged me, and all she did was took my electronics. Damn, I want to call my bro, tell him like, bro, I'm scared, cuz, but I can't, cuz I ain't got no phone. She took my computer, she took my tablet. I ain't got nothing. You get them, I think they call it Obama phone. Get him an Obama phone. Not even an Android. Get him a regular Obama phone, a prepaid Obama phone. You can't do nothing with it but call and text. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. You want to get better with it? Tell them to pull up their Instagram. Tell them to pull up their social media on their phone right there. You go in their phone and you change their password. They can't get into it. They can't get into it. Log them out. Log them out. Change their password and log them out. They can't get into it. Take their phone so they can't get on their friend's phone and be on social media. Come on. Come on. Outsmart these kids. Outsmart these kids. They want that phone back. They want that phone back. They want that game back. They have no internet. They have no electronic. They're in their room with no electronic. You can have a bed, son. I will never make you sleep on the floor. No, my baby girl. You gotta sleep on the floor. Keep your bed. I want my clothes. I want my shoes. No, you gonna wear shoes on your feet to school, baby. Yeah, I'm taking you to Kmart, Walmart. Go get you a pair of $30 sneakers, a pair of Spaldings, a pair of them no-name sneakers. Uh-huh. Cause you didn't appreciate when you had it. When you had all the electronics, you got Apple everything. You got Apple growing out of your ears, my nigga. You didn't appreciate that. I asked for you to do one thing. Two things. I asked for you two things of you. Go to school and come home every day. That's all I asked for you to do. Your only two responsibilities in life, and better yet, F the first one. As a child, your greatest responsibility today in life is to come home to your parent. Too many kids not making it home to their parents every day. So sad. Your only two responsibilities all day, every day is to go to school and bring your butt home to me every day. That means don't get in no trouble when you go to jail and can't come home to me. Don't have yourself in no type of situations, friends, associates, and places where you gonna get shot or killed. Yes, accidents happen. You can be killed on just walking to the store. I know, sitting on the couch right now, you could be killed. I know. But don't you put yourself in harm's way where you can't make it home to me every day. I need you to be responsible enough to make it home to me every day. I got the rest. I got the rest, son. Baby girl, I got the rest, good daughter. Got you. This your job, though. I need you to treat people the way you want people to treat me. I need you to treat people the way you want people to treat you. If you don't want nobody hitting you with that rubber cone until you fall down and you can't fight back, or your grandpop or your grandmother, then don't you do it to nobody else. Don't you bully nobody. Cause I'll be the but can't nobody bully nobody better than me. And you gotta bully your kids sometimes. Like do what you gotta do to put fear in these kids. Ain't no way in hell is your 10-year-old and your 14-year-old out 2:30 in the morning. Even if you at work, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Ain't nobody paying for no damn babysitter for no 10-year-old, no 14-year-old overnight while you at work. Eh? Nobody paying for no overnight. 10 and 14 know where they are. You know they too scared to get out that bed when they get up. Unless they go into that bathroom. If they hungry, they too scared to go in that kitchen. When I'm home, let alone when I'm not home. When I'm not home, they know not to go in my kitchen. Oh, okay. I'll break their face. And they know my mom will kill us, dog. They know not to let their friends in the house because their friends might be dancing around TikTok and then you knock over my mom's vase. They know it might happen, so they not gonna let their friends in the crib. When you know what I mean? You gotta put that fear in your kids, man. Ain't no way in hell a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old out 2:30 in the morning. Then you out at 2:30. You ain't even walking to the store. That 73-year-old man was walking to the store, minding his business. Y'all weren't even walking to the store. Y'all were just walking the streets looking for freaking trouble. Then it wasn't just you and your brother. It was you and probably your little girlfriend, you, your little homie, and his girlfriend, their little brother and their little sister, because they all, you know what I mean, babysitting their youngest sibling. Like, yo, it starts with us. It starts with us parents, man. Start with us parents. And parents need arrest warrants. The 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 parents need arrest warrants. I said it. I'm gonna say it again. It's your responsibility, man. Everybody screaming. Not everybody, but people be screaming. Whatever they see, don't snitch. I ain't see nothing. Whatever the hood say, I don't know. I ain't in the hood. I ain't been in the hood in more than 20 years. I don't fucking know. Whatever they say about not snitching, that stuff. But the moment it happens to them, they want somebody to tell what they saw. Most 14-year-old, today's 14-year-old has a 31-year-old mother, 32-year-old mother. Today's 14-year-old has a 50-year-old grandmother, a 53-year-old grandfather. They're close to their grandparents. They grew up with their grandparents. 14, child, grandmother 50, grandfather 52, 53. Listen, they're close. You love your pop-pop. You love your G-mom. You love your pop-pop. You love your grandma. What about that 73-year-old man you brutally attacked? He's someone's grandfather. Would you want someone to do that to your grandparents? How would you feel if someone did that to your grandparents? Honestly, sit down, talk to me, son. How would you feel? They represent us. They represent us, man. It's not a city job to raise our kids. It's not a city job to put our kids to bed. It's not a city job to put a condom on your boyfriend's penis so you don't get pregnant. It's not the city job to feed your kids. It's not the city job. It's not the city job. It's not the city job, man. It's not the city job to keep your kids off the street at 2:30 in the morning, man. It's not the city's job. It's the city's job to prosecute the shit out your fucking child when you failed as a parent to keep your child off the street. It is the city's job to prosecute them to the full extent of the law. It's the city's job to make sure this don't happen again. It's the city's job to do that. Yeah, it's the city's job to do that, to keep the city clean from, yeah. Yeah, because if you can do that at 14, yeah, then you can do that at 24 with no disregards to human life at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If your child, if your child could do that to a 73-year-old man who did absolutely nothing to them, they would do it to you. If you make them mad enough, they would do it to you. They have no regards for human life. I ask you, do you fear your child? I can't tell. I can't tell. Like, I'm mad right now, man. I'm mad. And stupidity. Because them other children attacked that gentleman, causing his death the next day. Them other children that got away, whose identities still haven't been revealed. The 14-year-old, the 14-year-old name was released on the news too, because he's being charged as an adult. 14-year-old name is released. Jones, last name Jones, because he's being charged as an adult. He's going to jail for murder. You can't even play fight these days, because if someone they lose balance and hit their head, and that head causes fluid to build up, you're responsible. They hit the head and knock them out conscious or worse, you're responsible. You have to even be mindful of the company you keep these days. These are things we have to tell our children. These are things we have to tell our children. You have to be mindful even of the company you keep. You have to be mindful of who you walk home from school with, because if you know that you walk home from school with little Bobby, and little Bobby's a troublemaker, little Bobby's a bully, little Bobby's always picking on kids, then you need to stay away from little Bobby. If you're walking home with little Bobby decides to go pick on this little kid, and he pushed the little kid around, and that little kid, you standing there, just standing there, hands in your pocket, waiting for little Bobby to stop so y'all can continue y'all walk home. And the kid little Bobby is messing with falls, hit their head, die the next day. You're on camera standing there with little Bobby. You walked up with little Bobby. You left with little Bobby. You are an accomplice. You did not stop little Bobby. Oh, they'll let you go. They will let you go. They'll let you go. If when you leave little Bobby, you call and you say what you just seen, they'll let you go. If you helped little Bobby as an adult, you helped little Bobby, little Ray Ray, little Poop Poop, little Kev, little Man from down the block, Trey Block. If you help as an adult, you help your friend hide a body. Let's say your friend be like, yo, Shy, the boy disrespected me. I had to bang him. He dead now. You know where I can hide this body? And you like, yeah. You like, yo, come on, show me. Bet, I'm on my way. You drive him to Chester or Delaware, Jersey somewhere. You show him like, cool. You know what that's called? I think they call it conspiracy. That's what that's called. If you drive your boyfriend to the store, your boyfriend kills somebody at the store, get back in your car, you drive home, you don't know what happened, you don't know nothing that happened. You honestly don't know what happened. You know what you let me tell you what your future holds. DOC on your back, Department of Corrections on your back. That's what your future holds for the rest of your life, because you are a conspiracy to murder. So we gotta put this in our kids. You know your friends still, don't you go in the store with them because they still, and you with them, you going to jail too, even if you ain't take nothing, just because you with them. So we gotta teach our kids to surround themselves with better friends, positive friends, huh? We gotta teach them it's okay to F with them. You know, it's okay to associate yourself with them, huh? But you see him, little Robbie from downstairs on the third floor that's always by himself. He sit in the dirt and play with his trucks, his Tonka truck by himself. That's the kind of friend you should be with. And you thinking, but mom, he's a nerd. He wears glasses. He's always reading. He play by himself. He doesn't get in any trouble. There's so many victims to this. Them other children that haven't been caught yet, this where the stupidity come in at. Because as a parent, you already failed. Our job as parents is to teach our children, our job as parents is to prepare our children for life without us. Thank you. Thank you. She did her job. She just wanted to see her kids get grown. She got to see her grandchild get grown. Stop playing with me. Our job is to see our kids. It's to prepare our kids for life without us, man. Your son, your daughter, whoever that child is you caring for, your child, your job as a caregiver to that, a guardian, your job is to make sure they can sustain life as an adult without you. You want to make sure they can hold down some type of income. You want to make sure they can work and get an income, huh? You want to teach them to stand on their own 2 feet. You want to teach them how to get their own roof over their head. You want them to fly out your coop. You want to cut their wings. You want them to go be a man, be a woman, to live on their own. You want to see this while you're here. You want to see them fall and get back up so you know that they can do it without you. You want to see all that you put in here in their head as a child, preteen and teenager. You want to see all that stuff come to fruition. What I'm doing now, fruition, like you want to see that. 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 I'm seeing how she keep her house clean. I'm seeing how she care for her man. I'm seeing how she demand him to treat her like the woman she is. I see how she demand her husband to treat her like the woman she is. You would have said the queen she is. Your daughter is not a queen because you ain't been a queen. Stop making up your own definitions here. Stupidity. Perfect segue shot. Stupidity. The parents of them children that got away, that haven't been found yet. Don't fail them again. Don't fail your child again, because they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught either by the two brothers, the 10-year-old and the 14-year-old. Someone's going to give up the identities. Be smart. Turn your child in. Turn your child. I wouldn't even turn your child in. There is an arrest warrant. There's a $20,000 arrest warrant for them children's arrest. Turn your child in and get the money. Turn your child in and get the money. Your child is going to be taken from you into the custody of the law. You might as well take them in, make the call anonymously, and get the money. You will have money to put on the stupid... I apologize. I was about to call your child stupid. It's not your child's fault. Children are children. You will have money to put on your children's books. You will have money to put on their phone. You will have money to put on their commissary. You will have money to put on their books. You will have money to put on their snacks and deodorant and tennis shoes. You will have money for this stuff. You will have money for gas and transportation back and forth for visits. Don't ever accept a collect call. I wouldn't. But do you, because that collect call could be your last call with your child. Like, honestly, so me saying I wouldn't, I probably would. Because all that I'm hearing on the news today with inmates popping up dead in jail. Yeah, inmates just popping up dead. The one story, the inmate caught out 24 years young. Brother died in jail. Everybody, all the other inmates calling home like, yo, mom. He was crying out. They were like, everybody, we were all begging on the floor like, yo, he's in here shaking. Like, he was shaking. His roommates were saying like he's shaking. Like, and the guards ignored him. They come around for a count. And he's still on the floor. And they're like, oh, something is wrong with him. They like, yeah, now all the inmates are like, yeah, we told you 2 hours ago something was wrong with him. He probably dead now. And yeah, he was dead in jail. And that's where your child is on their way to. So at least turn their little butt in. You are the parent. Don't sit there and trying to get extra time with them. You had time to have extra time with them. You blew it. Turn them in anonymously. Get the money before your neighbors do it. And you never know they did it. You thinking they just, yeah, cars getting better, house getting prettier for turning in your seed. Stupidity. Turn your child in anonymously. Get the 20,000. Turn your child in anonymously. Tell them she'll be at Target with her mother today at 5 o'clock. Yep, the mother told me she getting off work and they going to Target. Yeah, yeah, Target at 16th and Master. Yeah, they going to Target today, 5 o'clock when the mom get off work. Anonymously, call and turn them in. When the police show up and there comes that mother and that child and they arrest, you getting your check. You getting your check. Make the call. Turn your child in. Don't be stupid again. Don't drop the ball again. You already did it once. Don't fail her. Don't fail him again. You're probably scared that you're going to be held responsible as well. Probably. The mother who was driving, the 48-year-old mother who was driving her 22-year-old son last week in Delaware County, Media, Pennsylvania, beautiful neighborhood. My God, I can't believe this happened. No, Springfield, PA. Springfield, down the road. Springfield, Pennsylvania. Down the road from Media, PA. Delaware County, Pennsylvania. The mother driving car in front of a Japanese driver, Japanese wife in the passenger seat. Japanese car going too slow. Mom gets in front of the Japanese car. Son jumps out, shoots the driver in his head. Man dies in front of his passenger wife. 54-year-old man on their way to their Chinese restaurant. I hope that's not the Chinese buffet I go to. Damn, that's Springfield. That's crazy. There's two of them over there too. That's crazy. The next day they found the son, and we're all thinking, what about the mom? What about the mom? Because you got in front of that car and slowed down and then stopped to let your son out. You put your son back in that car. You let him get back in that truck and y'all drove off together. And you never called 911 to say what just happened. Because you could have gotten off. Oh, well, yeah, mom is in custody now as well, being charged with murder as well. Yeah, it happens. It happens. You had a chance. You had a chance to not be a accessory to murder. You had a chance to not be a conspire. Because the law understands that you're scared. They understand that if this person your friend just told you that the law understands that if your friend just said, Shy, I gotta hide this body. What? Like, it's crazy, man. Now I'm gonna tell you, like, it's certain times I wouldn't do this. Like, it's certain times this wouldn't matter to me. Like, nah, like, I don't give a damn what you saying. Nope. But I'm glad that 10-year-old was released. That 10-year-old, hopefully that 10-year-old will be scared straight, for lack of a better term. Hopefully that 10-year-old don't get dragged into more dumbness in life in the near future, or in his adolescent years, to end up where his brother is. Hopefully let's keep him away. Hopefully let's keep that 10-year-old away. Cause that 14-year-old gonna be crying. That 14-year-old gonna be crying. That 14-year-old gonna be crying, calling home crying. It's gonna be calling home crying. The juveniles are in a um RCF. Um, it's a county jail. The juveniles are held in a county jail, like um, until they're sentenced, where they can go to juvie while they're waiting to be sentenced. They are in a county jail. It's called RCF. Male and female, they're both housed there. It's called RCF, which is a female's prison in Philadelphia. County jail, not a prison, county jail for women in Philadelphia. The juveniles waiting to be sentenced are kept in the hole of the females' county jail. They stay in the hole where you go when you get in trouble, when you need to be isolated. That's where the juveniles stay, in the hole, in the adult prison. In the women's prison, male and female both are in the hole at this. All the killer kids, all the kid killers are there. They're waiting to be sentenced. If they're waiting to be sentenced, they're killer kids. And just like us, they're all sizes. You know how you have that 14-year-old kid that look like he's 6? He's just so short and skinny. Who knows? I didn't look at this 14-year-old's picture. Why would I? I'm not a pedophile. Why would I want to see what this kid looked like? I sat on the couch away from the TV. Didn't, like, who cares? Never even looked up at the TV. I shook my head in disgust instead. I shook my head in disgust instead of looking at that child's mugshot. Parents need to be held responsible. I believe this is anti-gun violence. Put the parents in jail. Perfect example. I noticed this when my daughter was in elementary school, living in the suburbs where I reside today. The little boy did something disrespectful to my daughter. I don't remember. Second grader, doing what children do. I'm that mom. His parents need to be contacted. I need to make sure this never happened again. I'm that mother. I'm in the office. I want to sit down with the parents of this child that disrespected my child. I got my sit down. Genuine apologies. That child, when his father asks, "What do we do?" Tell Miss Shasha what we do with you when you get in trouble. Child standing there, timid, scared to speak. Father put some bass in his voice. Child started talking. "You beat my butt, you put me on punishment, make me stay in my room." Yeah. So what's going to happen to you today for disrespecting little mamas? Good job, Shasha. Thank you, Shasha. Like, yeah. These parents that pay for their children to go to school, we break a foot off in their mouth. We make sure you taste my toenail. I want you to tell me what my fungus tastes like, biatch. I ain't send you to public school. I pay for you to go to school. I pay a tuition from kindergarten. I've been paying the tuition for your kindergarten. Oh, we break foot and mouth. You gonna keep them toenails in your mouth. The toes, you gonna keep them too. I'll take the rest of my foot back, please and thank you. That's a tough. Keep that in your mouth. Biatch. I never had to go there. I never had to go there. My mother never had to go there. We gave her reason. She went there. She went there. She went there. We gave her every reason to go there. I didn't have that reason to go there. And we pushed like, no, I don't know what it was because we knew our mom was crazy. We knew she was through, and we still pushed it. We still not pushed it. We still did stuff we knew we had no business. The most my daughter did was, I was a cookie mom, Girl Scout cookie mom. My mom was so cookies, Girl Scout cookies, but she was a Girl Scout. She would take the boxes of cookies to school and give them to her friends. Like, why you gotta take a whole box of cookies for lunch for yourself? You're a second grade, you're a third grade, you're a fourth grade. You don't need a whole box of cookies for lunch. Take one row of cookies, please. Make my money make money. Like, make it stretch, mom. Another fourth grade, I get a phone call. Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson died of passed of cancer these few years back. Rest well, Miss J. She used to live down the street from me. Like on our street, like down the street, like on my street. My daughter's fourth grade teacher lived on our street. Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson calls me. She says, Miss Shasha, she says, I'm not sending it home with her unless you give me permission, but I don't want to do that. I prefer if you come pick it up. I said, pick up what? She's like, she brought two $100 bills to school. Heard her in class keep saying she rich, and everybody was saying, ooh, and ooh. And she said, who got it? What is it? Bring it here. And there you, all fingers pointed. So some people said her name. Two $100 bills. That morning, in the mornings, I shower first. Put whatever I'm gonna put in my sports bra on the vanity in the bathroom. Like, I'm getting dressed in the bathroom, whatever. Got the heat on because we don't sleep with the heat on. The heat is on like 60 in my crib overnight. So I turned the heat up to like 67, 68. You know, I'm finishing up in the bathroom, stuffing my bra. But this morning I didn't put my money and cards up in my bra. Yet I woke her up for school, obviously. And the pothead I was, street weed back then, I forgot to go get my stuff for my pocket. So she's in the bathroom. So I then went back in, got my stuff, put it in the bra, kept it going. Didn't count my money. Always kept four $100 bills. Never paid attention to it. Get a call to go pick up two $100 bills. When I hang out with Miss Johnson, I go in my pocket, there's two, not four. My baby got me. She in school talking about I'm rich. That conversation went like this. Yo, you gotta stop telling people that, because I'm not rich and you're not rich. We're not rich. We got a lot of money, yes. We're not rich, baby. I said, rich people get robbed. Rich people get robbed. You gotta stop telling people that. Stop telling people we rich. You can't say you rich. Don't tell people your mom rich. I'm not rich. You're not rich. We got a lot of money, but people don't need to hear that. I told my daughter, what's understood doesn't need to be said. What color are you? She said brown. Do you have to tell someone you're brown? She said, yeah, if they see like you, okay. But do everybody see like me? No. All right, then do you need to tell people you're brown? No. Why not? Because they can see it. Okay. Do we need to tell people we got a lot of money? No. Why not? Because we dress nice and we got a nice house. Oh, okay. High five. Stop taking my money to school. What's wrong with you? Get out of here, kid. It went like that. I'm that cool ass mom. But she knows not to play, because I have had to. And she stood there like, oh. And then the smirk came because she thought I was playing because I and didn't do nothing. I wanted that smirk. That's when I. And now she, I got her attention. Now I got to keep it. So what do? Do I sit her back down? Fuck no. Throw her ass on that fucking floor. Yeah. Yeah. And I walk away saying, stop playing with me. Once and once only. She was like 6 at that time. Once and once only. That was on Christmas. I lied to you not. That was on Christmas. That was on Christmas because she was in here beating up her sister. That was on Christmas. Her little sister. She beating up her little sister. Not in my house. Maybe your parents allow that at your father's house, but not in my house. Oh, you want to be a bully? Yeah. I was like, I do it to my grandsons now. She was scared. And I stood there, I'm looking at her. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. And she see I ain't do nothing. She starts smiling. Grabbed her up, feet off the floor. Now I'm holding her by her shirt. That navy blue school sweater. I'm holding her up. Threw her on the floor. Walked away. Stop playing with me, man. I get upstairs to my bedroom. I tell her, help your sister. See what she want. Play with whatever she do. What your sister want to do now. Yeah. That fear has been there since then. That fear has been there since then. That girl know not to play with me. She think I'm crazy. She know I'm crazy. She know I'm crazy. She know I'm crazy. She know her mom is crazy. It take a crazy motherfucker. Because it takes a crazy motherfucker to pick their child feet off the floor and throw them, slam them down. Not slam them, but yeah, throw their butt on the floor. It takes a crazy motherfucker to do that. That was me. She know if I'm that crazy with her, ooh, the one woman I love more than my mother, she knows she's the one woman I love more than my mother. What? And if I can do that to her, imagine what I'll do to you or anybody else. Yeah, my baby, no, don't fuck with my mom. My mom crazy. My mom crazy. My mom crazy. At least she thinks so. You gotta put fear in these kids, I'm telling you. 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, your kids better be scared to wake up to piss. That's if you work in third shift and you not in the house. Cause again, I can see you at work third shift and your kids in the house. They're 10 and 14. You don't need a babysitter. If you not at work, what the hell are your kids doing at home? Running the streets. 2:30 in the morning. If you not at work, why your kids in your neighborhood running the street 2:30 in the morning? Curfew for that age is 8 o'clock. Why are your kids running the street at 2:30 in the morning and you're not at work? Are you home high? Are you home getting knocked up? Laid up? Huh? Nobody don't got a gun to your head. Nobody ain't at home beating you up while your kids out running the street. So why your kids out running the street beating elderly people up? Y'all gotta make it stop. That was just Thursday, Tuesday or Thursday in Philadelphia. The week before that, Center City. Center City? Old City? 70-some-year-old woman there. Society Hill area. That's the area. Society Hill area. Very rich neighborhood in downtown Philly. Will Smith owned a whole block of townhomes on that street. Row homes. A whole row. It's like 40 houses. Townhome. It's on Delaware Avenue. It's called Society Hill. It's right across the street from Penn's Landing. Penn's Landing, where they told you whoever Christopher Columbus discovered America, whatever. Yeah. Very wealthy neighborhood. Society Hill, Philadelphia, downtown Philly. 7 o'clock in the evening. Last week, beautiful weather. People out dining, shopping, walking, leaving work late. 7 o'clock in the evening. There's 3 juveniles, 13 to 17. Attacked the lady. Thankfully, she's still alive. Tossed her to the ground, robbed her, took her groceries and her phone. Juveniles. I'm done talking to you hood parents. I'm done. Y'all wasting my time. Y'all not gonna parent these kids. So a blind woman on social media shouldn't take me telling you to raise your kids for you to raise your kids. If you didn't raise your kids on your own, your parents couldn't make you raise your kids. The system couldn't make you raise your kids. The hell, I ain't gonna make you raise your kids. The city will just keep taking your kids, locking them up. They'll keep dying in jail. What the hell? You don't care. Why should I? It's just content for me. Huh? Officials, I talk to you now. Not about the kid murders. It's not your job. I'm off the kids. I'm off the adolescents. Can we talk about the adult gun violence, please? Because I'm tired of all this. Not just the violence. I'm tired of the war, period. Tired of the war. I'm tired of us taking our money to give to these countries to fight their battles, to be their peace treaty. I'm tired of fending for these countries. I'm tired of rescuing these countries. Here's what we should do. Let me tell you what we should do. Stop putting them in jail. Stop putting them in jail. Stop putting them in jail. They get caught with a gun. They murdered. Don't put them in jail. Give them a gun. Let them have their gun back. Let them have their AK back. We don't need our AK. Hold our AK for the real troopers. But give them their little stink ass wannabe pistol back. Give them their little AK back. Give them their firearm back. They a soldier. They soldiers. Put them out on the front line. 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 Hey, officials. You want to stop gun violence? Put them out on the front line. Because see, what's happening is this. You arrest them. Slap on the wrist, they come back out. They get an illegal gun, they do it again. They get another ghost gun, they do it again. Maybe they will make it home from that gunfight as a real soldier on that front line. Maybe they will make it home. If they make it home, they get to go home. If they didn't make it home, that's That's the price they could have been paying in North Philly when they was out gang banging. Huh? That's the fight they could have paid when they was out in the Detroit, gang banging. They could have paid their life then. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you lost your life here doing what you love to do. Gang banging. Officials, I'm done talking. Run with it. Don't even thank me. I'll thank you when it happened. Publicly. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. The 42-year-old woman that was born and raised in Philadelphia. I cannot catch a train and ride into the city. I love to have a drink. I love to have a cheeseburger. I love to have a Philly pretzel. I love to have a damn donut. I cannot do that. Don't no food come better than it do in Philly. I live in the suburbs. Ain't no soul food in these suburbs, man. I want a real pineapple upside down cake. I'm tired of getting a pineapple upside down cake from these suburbs. I want to go into Philadelphia and parlay and eat. And I can't do that. In no part of the city. The safest parts have become another Philadelphia street zone. I want to go to Philadelphia. I miss Philadelphia. Philadelphia stank. It's old. It's played out. It's not safe. It's more than a city official thing. It's more than a police commissioner. It's more than a mayor. The 4th of July. The 4th of July. The 4th of July. All them celebrities out there performing on that parkway. We. 215, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, the city of sisterly affection, Philadelphia. We have the biggest 4th of July celebration in the country. So big it's televised on cable. Every year is a shootout. On a parkway with millions of people? Are you serious? Parents grabbing their babies out of strollers, running with their, like the next day, 2 days later, because it was an investigation, like a 36-hour investigation, 72-hour investigation. Because police were shot in this attack, in this gunfire on the parkway on the 4th of July. Police were shot. So, some more investigation. On the news, 2 days later, baby stroller still along this 4-lane. It's a 4-lane highway of traffic. 4-lane goes to the art museum. Goes from City Hall to the art museum. Long stretch, 4 lanes of traffic, a wide road. Strollers everywhere, shoes, like people flip-flops everywhere, blankets and stuff everywhere, people bags and stuff everywhere. They just left. Gunfire on the 4th of July. Oh, Black Lives Matter. I forgot Black Lives Matter. You know why I forgot Black Lives Matter? Because y'all don't act like Black Lives Matter. Fuck you up right now. I hate y'all for acting the way you do. It's embarrassing. I hate the way you act. It's embarrassing. I'm glad I don't call myself black. How can I call myself black? You look at me. Where do you see black at when you look at me? I'll wait. I'll wait. Here is brown. Here is black. Here is brown. Here is black. I'll wait. You call yourself black. I'm more than a color. My skin is brown. I have stories to tell. Oh, black. dull, dark. I'm more than dark and dull. Don't call me black. My daughter, so smart. And I love kids. I love children. I love children. I love children. They say the darndest things on that school bus one morning. She says, "Mom, why do they call black people black?" Because we are. No, Mom, we're brown. She's like, "Look, Mom, that's black. This is brown. We're brown. Look, Mom, I'm brown too. I'm light brown, but I'm brown." Another day on the school bus. "Mom, yes, my child. I'm just waiting here. What smartness is going to come out the dumb mouth now?" She's like, "Mom, why do they call yellow school buses yellow?" Why? I don't know. Because they're not yellow. What color are they? I don't know. It's like an orangey yellow or a goldy yellow. It's not yellowish, Mom. That's what the child told me. Can't make it up. Black Lives Matter. I forget Black Lives Matter. I do. I forget Black Lives Matter because you only hear it every now and again. You may hear it once a year. You may hear it every other year, you know. I don't hear Black Lives Matter often. I really forget that Black Lives Matter. Because I only hear Black Lives Matter when a white person kill a black person. Not even a white person. I only hear Black Lives Matter when a white police officer kill a black person. That's when I hear Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Yet every day, all day, black people all across the nation, black people killing black people all day, every day. But they screaming Black Lives Matter. When they scream Black Lives Matter when a black life was taken by the hands of a white officer, which is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't stand for it. Don't get me wrong. But if Black Lives Matter, prove it. If Black Lives Matter, prove it. You can't prove it. You can, but you won't. Prove to me with Black Lives Matter. Prove to me Black Lives Matter. Prove to me Black Lives Matter. Prove to me Black Lives Matter by stop killing black people. Prove to me Black Lives Matter when you stop taking black lives. Fuck out of here. Black Lives Matter. Okay. You can't justify it. You know I'm right. Black lives only matter to you when black lives were taken by the hands of a white officer. That's when y'all on the news, Black Lives Matter. Y'all out walking, looking like the Pookie and Ray Ray, Mike out killing John and Kevin and Raheem every day. It's not them killing us, it's us killing us. And yeah, they're killing us too. Don't think I'm ignoring it. I know it. I know it. I remember, I'm gonna tell this story without telling this story. I think the name is George Zimmerman. I think the name is George Zimmerman. I think the name is George Zimmerman. Hands up, don't shoot Mike Brown. I am Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. I am Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. I am Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. I am Mike Brown. Skittles. Hands up. Don't shoot. I am Mike Brown. His name was George Zimmerman. He still walks the streets today. I remember. I'm gonna finish that story by telling this story, right? Cause I have a platform, right? So dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. This how you do it. You gotta be intelligent to tell it. You gotta be intelligent to tell the story. Pay attention. the soldiers, gang banging, Black Lives Matter, killing Ray Ray, killing John John, in Detroit, and North Philly, and wherever in whatever other hood. Them black teenagers out killing them black teenagers. Them black men out killing them black women. Them black sisters out killing them black sisters. Follow me. George Zimmerman still parlaying. We said hands up. We said don't shoot. We said I am Mike Brown. George Zimmerman still has freedom. George Zimmerman still alive. Mike Brown, we said hands up, don't shoot, because Mike Brown was killed like George Zimmerman. Follow me up, right? Yet, these young thugs out killing other young thugs every day. But George Zimmerman, all right. Now, I remember, I'm all for that. But I'm going to finish that story right now, but I'm all for that. Follow me. I remember years ago. I think they were called Black Panthers. It's another group, Black Panthers and Junior Black Mafia. JBM and Black Panthers. Two groups. Junior Black Mafia, also known as JBM, and Black Panthers. I'm going prior to 1980s. I'm going to the 60s and the 70s. I don't know about the 60s. I know the 70s for sure. I know the 70s. So let's focus on 1974, 1975. Black Panthers. JBM, Junior Black Mafia, Philadelphia, North Philadelphia. The same streets these group of children killed the 73-year-old man. That's them same streets, 23rd and Cecil B. Moore. We had Frank Rizzo, police commissioner. He was racist. He later on became a mayor or some type of official of the city. But he was racist, and he made this law. He was also a cop, a former cop. But he became mayor, and he was racist, big dude too. And he said he passed a law that when you see an N-word, beat their ass. Some mess like that. I don't know. And that's what was happening. The police were just humiliating the men in the street, making them strip naked, roast, lay on the ground, taunt them, and then drive off with them naked in the street. May beat them up a little bit and leave them naked in the street. That's what was going on, police brutality, right? So these groups, the Junior Black Mafia and the Black Panther, these two groups, they got together. They said, we not standing for this no more. Follow me, George Zimmerman, follow me. I'm finishing the story, follow me. But I'm all for that George Zimmerman investment. I am Mike Brown. My skin is brown. I am Mike Brown. That could have been any one of us, man. Yet, when I was jogging the other day, last time I went jogging, 2-3 days ago, I'm on camera, and lady walking by with children. I didn't know this until I watched my video back. It's on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. No, my bad. It's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Me jogging. I ran 1 block twice. In the recording, I watched it back. You hear one of my neighbors. I don't even live on that street, but you hear one. It's the same neighborhood, so you hear one of my neighbors saying to one of the children she's walking with. She thought I was a man. She said, "Oh, it's a phone on a tripod or something. He must be making a movie of his life." In a way, I am making a video telling my life story on my platform. I'm also protecting myself, which I want to say, which I don't have to do in this neighborhood. Yet when I take walks, I do see Confederate flags. So I don't know if I have to or I don't have to. Do I? No, I don't record myself moving through the neighborhood of Caucasians. I don't. Um, but yeah. So in the 70s, these two groups, the Junior Black Mafias and the Black Panthers, they decided that every time we see the boys in blue pull up, we gonna take them out one by one. They sat out around the clock on their steps. They sat on the street curb, the curb on the street. That they sat on that little curb on the street with their shotguns, whatever type of firearm they had. Every time the law pulled up, drove past, they were fired at, shot, or killed. They were taken out. These people were tired. These people were tired. Black Panther. Do your research. You can go on YouTube and pull up the story of the Black Panther, the Black Panthers, or Junior Black Mafia. Philadelphia. There's a movie about JBM, Junior Black Mafia. I want to say it's called True to the Game. True to the Game is based off of one of the chapters of Junior Black Mafia. True to the Game. That's on. That's everywhere. True to the Game. It's a book and everything. That's North Philly, man. So I say all this. I say all this. You know, the young scrappies. You know, the young thugs, the young soldiers, the young hitters. You know, all the hitters, whether they, regardless the age, all the hitters, all the soldiers, all the gunners, all y'all out there pulling triggers. You say Black Lives Matter. I asked you, how much do Black Lives matter? Because I asked this because you kill black people. The people that kill black people, you don't kill. You have been killed. You keep killing your own black people, but you keep saying Black Lives Matter. I say to you, you haven't proved it. You keep killing the lives that you say matter. George Zimmerman. Oh, okay. I can go on his Instagram and see him later today. I can go on his Instagram and see him right now. I'll go on his Instagram and see him next week because ain't nobody touched. Y'all call them pigs. The boys in blue, the officers, the cops, the law, whatever you want to call them, 5-0, whatever you want to call them. JBM did their thing. Junior Black Mafia, Black Panthers, they held their own. They said, nah, we tired. We tired of how you treating us. We tired of seeing how you treat our neighbors. Every time they seen a cop car come up, they just pop, 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 pop. Cops didn't want to go in the hood. The cops stopped going in the hood. Do you hear me? They stopped going in the hood. They stopped going in the hood. They stopped going in the hood. They took Junior Black Mafia and the Black Panthers took their streets back over. They took their streets back over. They took their streets back over. I sit here today and tell you Black Lives mattered to JBM. Black Lives mattered to Black Panthers. These Black Lives don't matter to you guys screaming Black Lives Matter today. I'm glad I don't call myself black. I'm too educated. My daughter educated me. Mom, we're not black. It's like monkey see, monkey do, Mom. Everybody say it, so everybody keeps saying it. I'm just asking, why do they call us black? If you can give me a reason, then maybe I'll call us black. But Mom, I see brown. I see brown people. I never seen a black person. I seen dark brown, but that's not black, Mom. They're dark brown. That's what my baby told me. She educated me. She educated me. She educated me. We supposed to learn every day. We're supposed to learn every day. Why are you calling yourself a black person? Black lives don't matter to me. I'm telling you now. I said it years ago. I said it when George Floyd was killed. I said black lives don't matter to me. Nah, all lives matter to me. The green lives, the blue lives, the red lives. All lives matter. The green is all living things. I'm a humanitarian. All lives matter to me. All living things, that's the green. The green is all living things. The trees, the grass, huh? Them scrubs, huh? Them bushes, huh? The nature, everything about the nature is the green. Green lives matter too. That's not just a tree. That tree has life in it. That tree has life in it. I could have showed you a dead tree. I will show you a dead tree the next time a tree on my property died. I'll show you a dead tree. Dead trees come down. You gotta take dead trees down or they will come down on their own. You don't want that. You don't want a dead tree coming down on your house or your car or a branch fall off on your car or your head. You and your kids out playing in the yard. That tree did have it removed because it's going to come down. There's no life to keep it standing. You just don't know how long it's going to stand on its own. Respect that tree. Respect that tree. That tree keep you shaded. That tree keep you shaded. More than keeping you shaded in that sun and that heat in that 90-degree summer. It keep oxygen. It keep oxygen. Trees produce oxygen. We need oxygen to breathe. Respect them trees. Respect that grass. Respect it. It's the circle of life. Respect it. It's the circle of life. How can you not respect it? The blue lives I respect are the police officers. That's what blue lives are. The boys in blue. I respect them lives. When we call 911, who's the first to get there when your mom laying on that floor having a seizure, her head hitting the floor? She swallowing her tongue. She swallowed her tongue. Paramedics haven't got there yet because there's more police than it is paramedics. Who the first to get there? 911. When you call 911, who the first to get there? I'll wait. When your boyfriend or your baby daddy or your child gets shot, who the first to come? I'll wait for that one too. They molest your kids, who you call? Come on. Come on. Everybody not the same. All of them not the same. All of them not the same. All of them not the same. There's a lot of effed up ones out there. A lot of them. Yeah, it's a lot of effed up cops out there. I know. I know it's a lot of good cops out there though. Yeah. All of them ain't bad. Like real rap, good people do bad things just like bad people do good things. You got good killers out there. I know killers. I know killers that will save lives. What? You gotta know one too. You gotta know somebody that done took a life. You gotta know somebody that done took a life. Whether it's your uncle that's 80 that took a life all them years ago when he was 19 and he did his time and he made it home. Now he go to church and he will jeopardize his life to run in that street at 80 years old and stop that baby from getting hit by a car. Huh? A killer ready to put his life for a baby? Come on. Good people do bad things just like bad people do good things, man. Everybody not the same. All killers not the same. Every killer ain't Jeffrey Dahmer. Huh? Every killer ain't Marilyn Manson. Come on. Come on. Every motherfucker that put his neck in a black man's throat. Every motherfucker that put his in the black man's throat ain't the same. They letting this dude run his 2 sentences. How your first sentence you get 22 years for killing the brother, for putting your knee in his throat, you get 22 years. Then they give you for your other charge, they just gave him 21 years. So instead of him doing 43 years as the 30-some-year-old man he is today, huh? Or the 40-some-year-old man he is today, they let him run his sentences. I think they call it concurrent. Run both the 22-year sentence and the 21-year sentence. Run them both together. So he's going to do his 22-year sentence in a federal prison while he do his 21-year sentence. But we all know the federal sentence, you don't do your full year. You do 9 months of all of that year. You don't do, if you get 4 years, you don't do 4 full years. You do 9 months of each year and you're released. So 21 years isn't really 21 years now that he's in the Fed serving his time concurrent with the 22-year sentence. So instead of him doing 43 years in prison for this George Floyd, he's doing 22 years. And he'll be out. He'll keep himself healthy. And he'll be out. And he'll live his life a happy, healthy Caucasian male in society. No one will ever touch him or lay a finger on him because everyone's cowards. Everyone's walked around screaming Black Lives Matter, killing their own. Instead of the reasons we had to, I am brown. I am brown skin. Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. George Zimmerman killed Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. George Zimmerman killed Mike Brown. I am brown skin. I am Mike Brown. That's what we said when George Zimmerman killed Mike Brown. But Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter so much. Y'all were out there protesting. Hands up, don't shoot. Y'all walked around with hoodies on. Hands up, don't shoot. Y'all walked around out there in the heat. Hands up, don't shoot with hoodies on out there in the heat. Hands up, don't shoot out there with hoodies on the heat. Y'all were out there. Hands up, don't heat. Hands up, don't shoot in the heat with hoodies on. Hands up, don't shoot in the heat with hoodies on. St. Louis. Y'all out there killing your own brothers and sisters. I am Mike Brown. You wasn't the only Mike Brown out saying that. Them other boys out there, them other men out there saying that were Mike Brown. You just killed Mike Brown. You just killed Mike Brown. Your kid just killed Mike Brown. Oh. But Black Lives Matter, you said hands up, don't shoot. Y'all said all y'all, that whole community, all the communities walked around, hands up, don't shoot. I am Mike Brown. But y'all out killing Mike Browns. Mike Brown out killing Mike Brown today. Rest well, young boy. Rest well. I'm not using your name like that again. And I apologize, I did just now. Will not happen again. Mike Brown is not out killing Mike Brown. Mike Brown is dead at the hands of George Zimmerman. He would be graduating high school. He would be coming out of high school. I mean, he would be coming out of college. If he would have done his 4 years, he would be graduating college. Mike Brown, rest well, youngin. But yeah, Black Lives Matter, man. A 10-year-old out 2:30 in the morning with his 14-year-old brother, beating a 73-year-old man in North Philly, 2036 be more, to death with a traffic cone, a rubber traffic cone. They beat that man. That man died of blunt force trauma to the head. They beat the mess. They swung that thing like they were beating a cow off. They beat that man with that cone like they were beating a pit bull off of a newborn baby's neck. That's what the news anchor said. I didn't watch it. I'm not watching it. I don't ever want to see anything like that. I never was the one to run to a fight. Fight break out. I go opposite way. Yeah. Stupidity. We can change this. If we, the parents, we, the guardians, parent our kids. Mm-hmm. 10-year-old had to go get booked in. 10-year-old had to be booked in. 10-year-old was taken to the police station by a lawyer, by a stranger, with his 14-year-old brother to be charged for murder. 10-year-old was released into his parents' custody, thankfully, with no charges, thank God. It's his 14-year brother will be charged as an adult and will serve that sentence. He's going to serve that sentence. How sad. The victims, everybody, all of us, you're a victim of that. You are a victim of that heinous crime. You are a victim of that brutal attack. Yeah. Everyone who heard the story is a victim of that attack. The mother is a victim. Of course, the deceased family, like, they're all victims, of course. The whole community, the whole neighborhood, like the whole community, North Philly, period, man. No one should have heard this. No one should have heard, no one should have had to hear that a 73-year-old man walking from his apartment at 2:30 in the morning to go get coffee 2 blocks away in the newspaper, something he do daily, was attacked at 2:30 in the morning in his neighborhood, a block away from his house by a group of children as young as 10, as young as 10, as young as 10, as young as 10. No, by a rubber traffic cone, knocked down to the ground and still hit with rubber traffic cones. No one should have to hear that that man lost his life like that. That's tragic for all of us to hear. We're all victims, you know what I mean? Somewhere there's someone, unfortunately, that was attacked, and this is bringing back, like, they're reliving their attack through this story. You know, it's bringing back memory of something they seen someone being attacked. So they're reliving this, you know. That's a victim. You know what I mean? And the healing process takes a while. But the healing process never happens because before we can heal from this brutal attack, there will be another brutal attack on another elderly again. This is just if 1 full week from the elderly lady in Society Hill being attacked by a group of children. It just keeps happening. There's no remorse. There's no regards for human life, you know. There's no fear. There's no fear. No one has no what's the word? No one, it's like no one's thinking like, damn, what if this happened? Whatever that word is. No conscience, I guess. Like no one's thinking like, damn, if I do this, this won't happen. Like it's none of that. It's none of that. It's none of that. Why? Why? I have an answer. The reason why there's no one thinking if I do this, this gonna happen, because it's been going on too long and nothing's been happening. The phone calls home from the teacher. He's been out of school. She's been out of school. He's and she's acting up in school. There's no repercussions. Every action has a reaction. There's been no reactions from these kids' behaviors thus far, so they keep doing it. We know what can happen to us if we do X, Y, Z. We did it. We seen it done. Whatever. We know what's going to happen. These kids don't know that. They're kids. They're being stupid, doing what kids do. Not blaming them. Not blaming that 14-year-old. You wrong. I will break your face if my 14-year-old nephew at fire. My niece too. Because you're going to be 14 one day too. I will break your freaking face too. I will break your face too if you be waiting for your parents. Or the law, whoever come first. So you know how we get down. But we don't got to worry about that. They got their grandfather in their life. My father, 79. Damn near 79, hopefully. My mother was 71. They have that elderly, you know what I mean? They know, they have their other grandparents, you know, like, nah. And they have had a foot in their butt and their mouth before. They done had a foot in them holes. They done had a foot in their mouth. Yeah, we done had to, somebody done had to put a foot in their mouth in that hole before. So they know. They got fear. They got fear. True story, one of my nephews, young boy was like, he gotta be 11 now. Young boy was like 8. Young boy was like 7 to 8 in school. Teacher said, I'm gonna call your mom, I'm gonna call your dad. He kept doing this thing in school, being bad. The story came from the mom and dad. Mom and dad told me. Pop sitting there, just sitting there cracking up. And the teacher said, I'm gonna call your mom. Everything stopped. The teacher said, oh, well, let me call the parent. Let me call mom and not use that as a threat. Cause I don't want to say that every time so it can work. Since he straightened up when I said, I'm going to call your mom, and he straightened up all day, she called my sister-in-law. And, of course, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. She broke his face with her foot in his mouth. You know, broke his face. Half her foot still in his mouth. Yeah. He don't show off in school no more. The father, though, soft. Wifey, my sister-in-law, nah. It's not too late, man. It's not too late to take control of your kid. It's not too late to control your child. It's not too late to shape your child's future. That's what you're really doing. You're controlling which way your child go in life. Up, down, around, keep going in circles doing the same shit. The rest of the hood keep doing. It's not too late to change that. It's not. It could be. It could be though. Just that fast, I realized it could be too late. I apologize if I gave you a speck of hope, because it could be too late. Depending on your child, it could be too late. Because it could go like this. You hit your child, they hit your ass back. You're in trouble. You better kill them. You better kill them very close to death. You better take them very close to death. So close to death that you don't need to transport their ass to 911. You better take them that close to death that you can bring them back to life in 2 minutes yourself. Yeah. If they hit you, Don't take yourself there. Don't take yourself there, Shy. It ain't that serious. Don't go there. Or or it could go. Or it could go. Or it could go. Oh my Facebook just died on me. I'm sorry, Facebook. Damn, my Facebook just died on me, son of a. I'm gonna end this in a minute. Or it could go. Or it could go like this. You take the electronics and they storm out the house. Once they leave out the house, you lost them forever. Cause now they a man, they a woman, even if it's just for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, they had a taste of freedom. And in 5 minutes, they ain't coming back unless it's their way. Because in 5 minutes, you ain't giving them back their electronics no way. So once they leave the house, it's gone. So it could be over. You could take the electronics and still lose your child to the streets. Yeah, could be over. Where they're so mad, they're that furious because you didn't discipline them all them years. You should have been. And now you want to decide you want to go take in the electronics. And they decide, I'm 14, I'm 15, I'm 16. How you gonna take my stuff? I'm out of here. And they dip, they bounce, they leave home. It's over. When they do come home, they're rebellious. Because in their eyes, you're the op. You're the opposite. You're on the opposite team. Like, so if you have young ones, I suggest you parent them now. Go back to the old school. Talk to that older person you know. Talk to that older person you know. You see an older person on your street, sit down on the step and talk to them. Say, can I please ask you a question? Can you please, like, I need advice. Can you please tell me what and how you were raised? Like, I need to know how I can be better. I have an 11-year-old home, or I have a 5-year-old home, and I don't want them to be the teenagers that are on the news today. So what can I do differently from what their parents are doing? And hopefully that older person will talk to you and tell you like, yo, we broke foots in their mouth and their backsides. they had to taste a couple toenails, you know. Give me my toenail back. Cough it up. Cough it up. Cough it up. Well, I'm gonna break another one off in you. Cough it up. You know what I mean? Put that fear in them. I don't know, but it's sad. It's sad. It's sad that I even have to put this on my platform once again. Good morning, I say to you. Enjoy your day. Today is a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's about 5 in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning. I don't know. I thank God for my mother. I thank God for Miss Brenda. I thank God for Miss Libby. Yeah, I thank God for those. I thank God for the way I was raised. I thank God for the way my mother was raised, because she was raised the same way. My mother was raised in the South, and she told the stories about how while my mother's mother, my grandmother, was out doing days work, they called it days work, cleaning the rich people houses for like $5 a day. Wasn't even $5 a day, but anyway, um, the children were home doing housework, keeping the housework. My mom was the oldest daughter, so my mom was cooking, doing the laundry and everything. And doing laundry was more than doing laundry. Doing laundry was you wash, you dry, you iron, and you hang up, or you fold. You gotta iron. Iron is a part of washing clothes. Yeah. Clean the house and all that. And my mother had to take care of her younger siblings, clean the house, cook dinner, and all that for her mom while her mom was at work. But she did it, you know. They told the stories about how their whoopings were the switch. The switch, you go get the switch and don't get the smaller one. They gonna go get the big one themselves and tear you up even more. You had to bring back 3 or 4 switches and they beat you with that. Like, oh, we have experienced that too. I experienced that in the 80s. I experienced the switches in the 80s. Yeah, crazy. Um, a switch is like basically a weed. It's a slim weed and it is flexible like a whip. And when they, you hear that, you hear it like it's crazy. It's a piece of wood off the trees. Like it grow from the ground. But if something wasn't done that was supposed to be done, they got physically attacked. I always said like always told people growing up like I'm scared of my mom. I love my mom. As an adult, I tell people I'm thankful for the way I was raised. Thankful for the way she raised us. I may not be the woman that sit before you today if it wasn't for the way I was raised. There is no hanging out at night. If I'm not in the house by a certain time of night, I feel like, whoa, like, what the hell? Unless I'm in the casino, you know what I mean? But ain't no in the streets. I'm not in the streets past a certain hour at night. It's not me. Um, I know how to take care of home. I know how to stay home. I know how to improvise. I know how to go without the stuff that I need. Huh? I know how to forget wanting stuff. I know how to forget that I ever wanted something. Huh? I know how to go without the stuff that I need. That's a lot. I know how to pay bills. I know how to work. I know how to care for myself in every way. My brothers, my mom always told us growing up, I'm going to raise you. You're not going to need a man or woman for anything. And that's us today. Myself, my two brothers, we don't need a man or woman for anything. We wash, we cook, we clean for ourselves. Our job as parents is to prepare them for life without us when we're no longer on earth. That's what we need to do. We need to teach them your main job every day is to come home to me every day. I don't care what you do, where you go, how long you stay. Your main job is to come home to me every day. When you don't come home, there is a problem. You jail, you dead, there's a problem. You better come home to me. If you come home to me dead, you better come home to me. If you come home to me in jail, you better come home to me. Come home to me locked up with the cops. I don't care. But come home. Oh, you know I care. I'm gonna break your face in front of the cops. I'm gonna put my foot in your mouth in front of the cops. Oh yeah. You gonna be shitting out my whole leg if the cops gotta bring my child to the door, she gonna be shitting out my whole leg. That's how good I'm gonna kick it. But you better come home to me. I wanna see you standing at my door with that police officer. I do. I do. I want that police officer to knock at my door and say, Miss Shashar, is this pretty young thing yours? She is, officer. How can I help you? Just wanted to tell you, you did a good job raising her. I just I had to tell her I wanted to meet you, and I gave her a ride home because she just helped the elderly woman pick her groceries up off the floor because the lady bag bust. And your daughter took off her jacket, took off her jean jacket, and put as many stuff in of that woman groceries in her jacket, and bought that jacket up and walked that lady home. I couldn't believe what I seen, miss. I had to. I had to come give her a ride home, number one. And I had to meet you and tell you what beautiful job you've done with your daughter. That's what they better be bringing you to my door saying. That's what they better be bringing you to my door saying. Uh-huh. Or again, in front of the cops, you gonna swallow this kneecap. You're gonna be choking on my kneecap because my foot gonna be in your stomach by the time I get through with you. Yeah. I don't know where these parents lost it at today. I don't know where they lost it. I don't know where these parents gave up control, how they lost control. I don't know how they lost control. 2:30 in the morning, your 10-year-old and your 14-year-old out in the street. Your 10 and 14-year-old shouldn't even be sitting on your front step at 10 o'clock at night, let alone 2:30 in the morning. My name's Shy. My platform is everything Shy. You can search me. You can find more of me across social media if you search the names Everything Shy. First name Everything, last name SHI. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. That's my name. I always say if we knew better, we would do better. Maybe we do need to go talk to older people and see what type of parenting was being done in their days and give that a try. Because what's going on now, what's been happening, isn't working. It's getting worse instead of better. Together, we can't fix it. Together, we couldn't fix it. Together, we never will be able to fix it. It's your kids out doing the murders. It's not our children out doing the murders, you know. It's not their kids out doing the murders. It's not your kids. It's their kids. You know what I mean? It's their kids out doing the murders. You control your child. You're the guardian. You're the custodial. You have custody of that child. You control your child. It's not a us thing. It's not a community thing. The community didn't make that child. The community didn't put that gun in that kid's hand. The community didn't send that child out the house. It wasn't the community's job to know who that kid's friends were, who your friends' kids are. Huh? It's not the community reason to know, job to know what's in your kid's bedroom, what your kid's taking out the house every day. It's not the community's job. It's not a community thing. It's not a we thing. It's a you thing. That's you, kid. That's you, kid. That's you, kid. You take care of that kid. You F that kid to make it. You take care of that kid. You stop that kid from killing people. You stop that kid from attacking the elderly. You stop that kid. It's not a we thing. It's not a city thing. That Philly police commissioner Danielle Outlaw, she has sons. She has a 22-year-old son. She has a 24-year-old son. She's mothering her child. The city is not mothering her child. I mother my child. The city's not mothering my child. Stop waiting for the city to mother your child. Because the city will mother your child. Right to the state. The city will the city will mother your child until the state take over. Yeah. The city will take care of them in the county jail. Yeah. Or the county morgue. The state will even bury your child for free in a wooden box made of pine wood. Yeah. You don't have to start a GoFundMe. The state can bury your baby. Or you can raise your baby. And your baby can bury you like it's supposed to be. You know, our children bury us, now we bury our kids. Yeah. Get it together, mothers. Get it together, fathers. Get it together, guardians. You took on that. Now take on it. It's your responsibility. Act like it. That's all I got to say. Honestly, it is.